This is 1619 to the White House that you are about to learn. That is the year that African Americans came to America. They didn't come here voluntarily. They didn't come here seeking a vacation. Took from their land, but ended up building what you know as the US of A as of right now. Taken from their families. That is the story that you're about to go to. Let's go to the Civil War. The Civil War, what was it fought over? Slavery. Just to make sure that we can go ahead and have what we want as far as cotton or anything like that. Soldiers that were proud to go ahead and serve. Former slaves is what they were. They were happy, but they still got treated the same no matter what. It didn't matter. You see the blue that they were wearing? That's the Union soldiers that they stepped up to be because they were happy, but still, it was not free. And then there was, of course, my all-time favorite, Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman, what did she do? She was called Moses. She helped lead people out of slavery because she didn't want to stay a slave herself. So she looked after her family. One by one, she kept leading them out. But Harriet didn't play around. If Harriet had to pull them and even pull a gun on them to say, hey, you're going to be free today. That's what freedom is all about. Let's go over to an educated black man, Frederick Douglass. Oh yes, he escaped slavery as well too. And what else was Frederick? Frederick was self-educated. Because the dangerous thing to America was an educated black man that knew that he was supposed to be free. And he had favorite words that he needed to live by. What to a slave is the 4th of July? Because that freedom still wasn't free. It wasn't built on what we said that we were built on. And who can forget about the HBCUs? We love our HBCUs. Why? Because that was the only place that African Americans could go. Most of your black doctors, they come from HBCUs. Howard, Morehouse. They all started like in basements, but they ended up becoming big-time institutions. When you look at it, black veterinarians coming from Tuskegee, 70%. You watch the NFL? Well, guess what? 10% of the NFL Hall of Famers, they came from HBCUs. But that didn't stop right there. Because Jim Crow, if you had my class, you know what it's taught about. Because slavery was over, but still there were laws that set into effect. Back then, African Americans, you couldn't go sit lunch counters on your own. But guess what? We had people that believed in us. Our white comrades joined us, and they said, yes, this must be equality. And guess what? They didn't move. They wouldn't move. No, we're going to sit here. We're going to have hot coffee poured on us. We're going to have spit in our faces. That's what your ancestors did. And that's the reason why I get mad when you say the N-word. On this side over here, we have from Atlanta. Atlanta was very important because a lot of black people were still down south. But from Atlanta, there was a preacher down there. A preacher who believed, he came from Morehouse. Believed that there could be equality for all. There could be civil rights for all. It wasn't just for black people. It was civil rights for everyone. All the way to LGBTQ. So you couldn't be discriminated against. And Martin Luther King, as he stood right there and led the march, he had famous words that he lived by.
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Martin Luther King had a mission. That mission ended tragically though, because even though they killed the king, they bill did not kill the dream. 2008 was a powerful year. It was a powerful year. It was a memorable year that you will not forget. 2008, black people walked into the White House, the same White House that was built by slaves, the steps that they stepped on, the same Washington Monument built by slaves, where the black family would live. Barack Obama took his seat. And guess what he said?
Yes, we can. The opportunity. Yes, we can heal this nation. Yes, we can repair this world. I want to hear those words, Fern Creek High. You know them. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Together, we'll begin the next great chapter in the American story with 3 words that will ring from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. Yes, we can.
You have to understand right now, there's a mission that ends up happening during Black History Month. Carter G. Woodson is the man that ended up coming up with this. He graduated from Berea College. After going to Berea College, he had a professor when he was studying, and the professor said, "You don't have a history. Black people don't have a history." He started Negro History Week after that. But then guess what? It turned into something even bigger. 28 days in February that was in connection with who? Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln's birthdays. So we have to remember right now that the freedom that you think that is free, remember someone died for you. Someone went through hell for you, just so we all can have equality and live in peace, no matter what anyone says to you. This is 1619 to the White House. Thank you, Fern Creek.